My name is Diana. In this opportunity, I'm going to talk about the characteristics of English vowels and phonetic and consonant phonemes. Here we have the monophthongs. Uh, Monophthongs are a single vowel round in a syllable, such as the E in sit and the U in cool and the O in O. In the International Phonetic Alphabet, monophthongs are transcribed with only one symbol, and diphthongs, a combination of two vowels sound in a syllable, such as the I in the word guy. In the International Phonetic Alphabet, diphthongs are transcribed with two symbols. To articulate a diphthong, you glide from one vowel sound to another within the same syllable. Diphthongs can be categorized into different types based on how they sound and how they are pronounced, such as falling and rising diphthongs, opening, closing, and wide and narrow diphthongs. Here we have the classification of vowels. Pure vowels. Vowels with a single vowel sound when pronounced. Examples include the sounds in the words announced, freed, sun, tick, please, dot, foot, food, word, warm, arm, and pant. Checked vowels. 7 of the 12 pure vowels sound, including a, e, u. These vowels cannot occur at the end of open syllables. Free vowels. The 5 vowel sounds u, e, and a. These vowels can be used at the end of the open syllables. Front vowels. Vowels pronounced with the highest part of the tongue, push forward in the mouth. For example, include in the vowel a in hat, the e in bed, and the e in feet. Back vowels. Vowels produced with the back part of the tongue raised toward this soft palate. Examples include the vowel u in rule and the o in po. The position of the tongue changes the quality of vowels. Height. The vertical position of tongue in relation to the roof of the mouth or how opening. High vowels like E and U have a high tone position, while the low vowels like A and have a low tone position. Backness. The horizontal position of the tongue front vowels have the highest point of the tongue under the front of the hair palate, while back vowels have the highest point and the tongue under back of the hair palate or under the velum. The tongue shapes and position are not visible from the outside the body, but they are important factors in determining the quality of vowels. Next, the lips positions. The lip position for vowel is generally correlated with the height and vagueness of the vowel. Here we have rounded and unrounded. Rounded refers to the corners of the mouth are pulled together to form a circular shape. This is typical for a back and not low vowels such as O and U. Unrounded. It refers to the corners of the mouth are pulled apart upward. This is typical for front and central vowels and back low vowels such as E and E and A. Other factors that affect vowel quality include tone height. Vowels can be height, mid or low tone position. Vowels can be from central or back. Tensiness vowels are denser and firmer, while lax vowels are more relaxed. English consonant phonemes have three main characteristics. Place of articulation. The location in the mouth where the airflow is directed to produce the sound. For example, the lips, teeth, tongue, or roof of the mouth. Manner of articulation. For example, stop, fricaries, approximate, trill, taps, and larynx. Voicing. Whether the local cords are vibrating while the sound is produced. If the vocal cords are vibrating, the sound is voiced. If they are not vibrating, the sound is voiceless. Here are some consonant sounds and their place of articulation. For example, the bilabial, the two lips come together as in the sounds P, B, and M. Labiodental, the lower lip touches the upper teeth as in the sound F and B. Dental, the tongue is placed between the teeth or against the back of the upper teeth as in the sounds O and E. Alveolar, the tongue is level with the alveolar ridge as in the sounds T and D. And the last one is velar, the back of the tongue articulates with the soft palate as in the sound K, G, and M. Additionally, aspiration is a phonetic term that refers to a strong burst of breath that occurs after a voiceless consonant is released. In English, aspiration is associated with the voiceless consonant K, T, and P. For example, the letter P and the word pie is aspirate, meaning it's pronounced with a puff of air. Manner of articulation. The manner of articulation of consonant is how the sounds are produced in the vocal tract. There are several manners of articulation for consonants. Include stop. This refers, or also known as plosive. This is the most basic of articulation. The active articulation presses against the passive articulator to block airflow. Affricates, a combination of stop and fricative consonant. Affricates start the stop sounds, but the air builds up and the release through a narrow channel like a fricative. Nasals, produced by lowering the velum, which open the nasal passage to the vocal tract. Larynx, the tongue blocks the middle of the mouth, forcing air to pass around the sides. Fricatives, a type of obstructed sound like the sounds F and Z. Other ways to categorize consonants include obstruents, speech sounds that obstruct airflow on the vocal tract, sonorants, speech sounds that allow continuous airflow through the vocal tract, voiced sounds produced with vibrating vocal cords, and voiceless sounds produced without vibrating vocal cords like whisperings. That's it. Thanks for your attention.